PescaData provides software as a service to small-scale fishers and fishing organizations, and PescaData provides them with data to make data-driven decisions at the local level. So we're a decision support tool that collects data from fisheries. Fishers log their catches in PescaData. It synchronizes to web dashboards that the fishing organizations can use to manage their costs, manage their resources, manage their fishers, their permits, their boats, and also position themselves in a more digital and growing digital market. I think what makes us unique is the focus on the fishing organizations as small enterprises that need software and decision support tools. We have great connections with the fishers themselves, but I think that focus on supporting the small fishing cooperatives and organizations become more sustainable, because that helps sort of institutionalize the processes and knowledge. Fishers, again, when we saw this during the pandemic and more recently with climate change impacts, they're making decisions all the time to adapt to changes, whether it's market or climate, and if they have better information, they can make better decisions. Some of the decisions they make them more sustainable, some don't. So how can we help them become more sustainable with PescaData and other tools? We have a solutions module where fishers are sharing how they solve problems with other fishers. And we know that from a lot of experience, the best person to convince another fisher to do a sustainable practice is another fisher. It's not an NGO, it's not the government. So we have this module where fishers have now shared like 250 solutions based on 4 of the SDGs. So that's gender equality, decent work, climate action, and life underwater, on how they've responded to problems in their communities and how they're sharing that with other communities. Yeah, the co-design process very much focused on getting the ideas of different members of the fishing community. As we work a lot with women as well, because in the data collection process in fisheries, it's often women who are doing the data collection rather than being out on the water. So I mean, we're still at an early stage because we haven't been using PescaData for that many years to see major changes, but we have seen definitely empowerment of women with data and information, because they become part of the decision-making process. Another one where fishers approached us from an area of Mexico where we haven't targeted particularly, but interested in using PescaData because they really need to prove to the government that they exist, that they are fishers. They want to access permits and become legal, which can often be a challenge. Fishers aren't always illegal fishers because they want to be, but because it's hard to access permits. So they've been using PescaData to be able to present to the government that they have a history of fishing and they should have fishing permits. So in 5 to 10 years, we'd like PescaData to be a software that's widely used by all fishing organizations in Latin America as their go-to software to manage their businesses at the cooperative level, manage their resources, their people, their administration. We'll have translated into new languages. Ideally, we can provide services beyond Latin America to other parts of the world. And we're also keen to explore the role of PescaData as a tool to support more investment in fisheries. So we have in our pipeline, we have a microcredit and lending module that we want to launch in a couple of years. Participating in the ORIC process has been really beneficial, because again, we had some support from philanthropic funds through the startup to sort of kickstart PescaData, but that was very much earmarked for non-commercial development. So participating in the ORRAA process really formally brought us into the startup world. It provided with some funds that we could use for commercial development. It allowed us to hire a couple of programmers to build the payment schemes and things that we need to be able to launch PescaData as a software service with subscriptions, and just more generally the connections with investors and with other partners and other groups doing similar things in fisheries as well.